What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
Guys, happy Friday. Great to see you.
What up, Chris?
Everybody good? Rich, great to see you. What time is it over there? Is it like 6?
6:11.
6:11?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's 6:11. It's beginning to get dark behind me. That's the London landscape.
It's getting dark for a couple of teams in the NFL, guys, especially ones that played last year in the big game. More likely, Super Bowl 59 participant you're most concerned about the rest of the season, Chiefs or Eagles?
Look at you. Look at you. This is really not a what's more likely. You're just putting me in a box for a question. So you're saying what's more likely to not make the playoffs? Or
No, I'm
you're
saying
just saying
the
who
more
am I
likely
concerned about
team
more?
that you're most concerned about the rest of the year.
Well, I mean, I could tell you how I'm feeling right now, not like how I'm down the road, like what's likely. I'm just trying to tap dance here to poke holes in you not really asking me a question about the likelihood of something. But long story short is I will say I'm more concerned about, I'll go the Eagles right here.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe it's recency bias. Maybe it's recency bias because they've lost twice in 5 days. And I just think the Chiefs, even though when they fall to 2-4, I just believe in them. And I don't know, man. This is part of the reason why Andy Reid is sitting in Kansas City. Philadelphia will just eat you up and spit you out when there's some potential blood in the water and a massive iceberg underneath the water as well. So I'll just go Eagles just for recency bias right now.
All right, well, let's move on. More likely, how about this scenario based on last night's game? Is it more likely that the Giants make the playoffs or the Eagles miss the playoffs?
I'll say it's more likely. Look at you, keep boxing in here. I'll just go.
It's not
going
to be easy, Rich Eisen. Come on now.
No, it's just because it's the Giants are 2-4.
Yeah, but they look like the much better team last night and in the last 3 weeks.
I know that. No, I get it.
Look at that. What team do you want to root for, Rich? The wackos on the left, or this guy on the right who looks like he wants to be somewhere else?
Jalen Hurts is one to root for, and you know that. How dare you? But talk about recency bias. I mean, and this is why I'm counseling you to pump the brakes more than you care to about your Patriots.
Well, that's just because you're a hater.
No, it's when you've got a young team, you go up and down. That's how you can get the results that you saw in weeks 5 and 6 for the Giants.
Or they win the Super Bowl.
And then, listen, man. I will just go with the Eagles missing the playoffs because I don't know if the Giants make it, and I think the Eagles still make the playoffs. So to hell with you and your topic bar.
so aggressive, Tom.
With all due respect.
You're supposed to say that first.
I know.
Hey, big one in Florida on Sunday, guys. Couple 4-1 teams locking horns. Is it more likely that Mac Jones remains unbeaten this year, or Baker Mayfield leads yet another one-score Bucs win?
I think it's more than likely that the Baker Mayfield leads the Bucs to another one-score win. It really is amazing what he's doing. No question about it. And listen, this has got nothing to do about Mac Jones, but I will just go with the guy who is the guy leading the Bucs at home, coming off of yet another win. This one in Seattle. This one where he's, barking at fans for not coming correct, apparently, in the way that you're supposed to troll him from the stands, I guess. I don't know if you heard the backstory is that the reason why he was going at that fan in Seattle is he didn't like the fans. It was just basic for him. He wants somebody to be more inventive.
Be creative. I get that.
He wants somebody to show some creativity rather than just use the basic curse words if they're going to try and heckle him from the stands. I'll go with Baker. It's really, we're rent payers in his world right now, despite what Mac Jones has done for the 49ers.
Could be a fun one in Carolina. Could be high scoring in Carolina. Wide receiver more likely to go off for over 100 yards and a touchdown, George Pickens, or do we finally get to Tet McMillan game?
I'll go Tet McMillan. I'll go with Tet McMillan right now. The Panthers, as you know, have been playing much better at home than they have on the road. I'll say maybe it's time for the rookie to do that. Although Pickens, as we all know, had outstanding game against the Jets. And Dak is the MVP candidate from Dallas right now. And if Dallas had maybe beaten the Packers to instead of being 2-2-1 and being, what would that make them 4-1 right now? Then we would be talking about him 100% as an MVP of the league. But I'll go with Ted McMillan at present.
Couple of 1 and 4 teams have the chance to get their season on the right track here with a win. Rookie most likely to boost their Offensive Player of the Year stock. Cam Ward, Ashton Genty.
Oh man, I'll go with Genty.
Offensive rookie.
Did you hear? Well, first of all, as we know, with Kurt Warner on Wednesday saying Ibuka should be Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Candidate. Not just the rookie, but put him with the whole league, veterans and rookies. But I will say Genty. Did you heard Pete Carroll talk about the play calling and needing to see more runs, and that they want Genty to run the ball more, and Chip Kelly saying we're balanced. I just think Pete's going to start taking the ball out of Gino's hands and wanted to put it in Genty's hands. And Genty has improved since they let him stand any darn way he wants before the snap.
Bring it back.
So I think I'll go with Genty right now.
Love it
on that front.
Rich, this could be an interesting game here. How about this one? Browns quarterback more likely to throw more touchdown passes on Sunday. Their new one or their
Flacco?
old one? Yeah, the new guy or the old guy? Dylan Gabriel. Joe Flacco.
Oh man. One's in Pittsburgh for career start 2, and the other one is in Green Bay for his first start for the Bengals on 5 days in their playbook.
And Jamar Chase is sick and now questionable.
And him basically living out of a suitcase. So I will go.
Tried to tell you,
I will
Jay.
go with. I'll go with Dylan Gabriel. How about that? I'll go with Dylan. I'll go with rookie and career start 2 in Pittsburgh, slinging it around. I believe in Dylan Gabriel. Let's go.
All right, Rich, last one, and I'll leave you on your good London night. How about this one? More likely Super Bowl winning septuagenarian head coach who most wishes they had stayed retired. Pete Carroll or Bill Belichick? Who? Pete Carroll or Bill Belichick?
Right now. No. Pete is as sunny disposition as ever, and he wakes up every day saying, "Where's my chewing gum?
Great photo of
Let me
Bill.
chomp on it. Let me chomp on it. Let me turn this thing around. I believe. I've got my locker room believing." And Belichick is probably on occasion staring into space, wondering when he can get back on his boat. I will go 100%. Bill over Pete in this situation. I think Pete's sunny disposition is going to help the Raiders turn things around. How about them apples? You know how I feel about both of these guys.
Of course.
There you go, Jay Felly.
We love both guys, but it's not going.
Are you starting Rico Dowdle this week? Hey, Tom. Can Jay Felly start Rico Dowdle this week? What's Chuba Hubbard's
Seems
status
like a pretty safe bet that Rico Dowdle is going to be the man once again for Carolina this week. So good news for Jay Felly.
I was planning on that.
Well, you have to as host remind him that he's on the team, on his fantasy team. Okay, otherwise you won't know.
It was one time.
Don't start him.
It was
Dude,
one
You had him on the bench last week?
He
didn't.
let me know, so I put him in, thankfully. He didn't mean to let me know.
No,
You're
I
that
said
guy.
when you, Tom, reported that Chuba Hubbard was likely to be out in the commercial break, I looked to see Rico Dowdle, who has him, and it's Jay, and I mentioned it on the air, like, guess who has Rico Dowdle? Jay doesn't. He goes, I do? Like, that's the guy you're playing in fantasy that infuriates you.
Look at
you know
us.
what I mean?
The three
And
of us are a
somehow
team.
that's the guy who inevitably is going to go on a run to the championship game. You
Absolutely.
just
That's
can
right.
see it
And I am
coming.
still transatlantically infuriated. By the way, great. It's a band? Is that a cover band?
Yeah,
Or is that like what? That's
seems
a.
like a cover.
I
Is
think
that a
that's the
Deep
third
Purple
Radiohead
album?
Yes.
There you go. Very good. All right.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.